Real quick, I want to do a fair use. Khan, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, to the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson.
President Trump's big, beautiful bill is set to face hurdles in the Senate. The legislation would provide trillions of dollars in tax cuts for the ultra-rich while cutting federal spending for programs like SNAP, which provides food stamps for roughly 42 million Americans. The Congressional Budget Office reports the bill would strip roughly 3.2 million people of their benefits in an average month over the next decade.
GOP tax scam represents an assault on the economy.
We're cutting over $1.5 trillion in federal spending.
President Trump has said he would like the legislation to clear the Senate by July 4th, but that may be optimistic. President Trump's big, beautiful bill is...
Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 3, right? Because we're in the spirit of prophecy, which is Yahweh Shai, man. And that's how we operate, right? You see, because you women, for a long time, you people scoffed at the prophets, man, right? But now we're at the end, and it's speaking, and it should not lie. So we can continue to speak prophecy, right? So this is thy men shall fall by the sword, right? Which that's coming with Esau, Edom, coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time, man. Throughout all the cities in America, man, which she's already starting with his ICE program, right? And fixing up that digital ID, which is going to bring in the Karagma, right? Karax Grapho, right? Which is that RFID micro C-hip that no one will buy or sell unless he have that mark, right? That's the thing that's coming down the pike, so to speak, right? Down to the foreseeable future, right? Because you can see it. It's clear, right? And thy mighty in the war, right? Because what? America's at all fronts of war with China, Russia, right? So-called, even the allies may end up coming up against them, right? So he's going to need warriors, right? So that thing is going to bring in, the draft, right? Many men are going to be drafted, right? So that's what's coming up. It says, and her, right, which is so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, especially starting with you Black women, right? Because you're the one who sparks the trends, right? Because they know who to go to, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white woman came to you and told you to leave off your men, and you could do bad all by yourself, and you're an independent woman, and she deceived you. But even the so-called white woman started believing that she could be independent and upon herself in some type of fashion, right? But they could see, right, because the children of this world is wiser than the children of light. So a lot of the white women are getting back with their men, or they're getting with your men, right? Because they could see the foreseeable future that Israel, right, the so-called black man, is where it's at, right? Because they're speaking global warming, right? talking about how hot the sun's gonna be and how hot things are gonna be, you know, even though that's not a true thing, but people are thinking about that. So they're thinking, hey, I want my kids to have melanin, right? Right? While you SHIT on your man, somebody else wants them, right? So you know, but you wanted Esau, right? All the way from the garden, and her gates, right? Your protection. There's no protection for you. Esau is fallen, right? Babylon is fallen, and is gonna be which is coming real soon, but it's starting to fall. And as they've fallen, they don't have no use for you anymore, right? So your protection, right? The police, 911 ain't gonna be there no more. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. And that's where you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women are about to be at. Even the white woman, man, in some cases, man, right? She's too bold, right? They done drunk this American Kool-Aid, and now you're about to reap your falsehoods, man. Thinking you could be independent, you don't need a man. Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 6. For the vile person, right, which is talking about Esau, Edom, your lover, right? The self-proclaimed so-called white man who you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women love, man, right? You love Esau more than you love your actual own men, right? It says, will speak villainly, right? And his heart, La'ab, which is his mind, right, will work iniquity, right? Let's look up the word villainly. Yeah, so this is AI overview. Villainy, referring to extreme depravity. Hey, see, and that's ultimate Esau. He's gonna show you what he really thinks about you, so-called Black women, man. And that's ultimately what's happening right now, man. He's showing how he really feel about you. He used you, but now he's about to push his charagma, right? He's about to have what he feel like he think he's gonna be able to do, which he's gonna do it to an extent, right? That's why the Lord's got to make him feel like it's possible, right? That's why the Lord said just while he's eating, right? That means he's enjoying it. You know, he got everything. You know, you ever when you eat, guess what you did? The dinner plate was all ready. You especially you're having a party. You already invited everybody. You invited the guests. The decorum, right? The feng shui and is all put together. You know, the way it's all supposed to be designed and laid out, and everybody's dressed, and it was a black tie event. Everything is good, and it's and it's right while they're enjoying their meals. The Lord said that while they're eating, he's going to make them vomit it all up. But they don't. Right now, they feel like their enterprise is a success, which was what it says on the dollar bill, right? So it says extreme depravity, wickedness, right? And that's how he feel about you, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women and the men. But starting with the men using their own women against them. And villainous conduct, it could also refer to a specific wine reserved, right? Hey, I like that because this is talking about actual wine, but this deals with, wine in the scriptures deals with a different philosophy.
Hungary.
Hungary. Right? You know? So they're going to speak extreme depravity, wickedness, and villainous, right? Yeah, it says, And this dealing with Esau coming back right here. Said he's speaking villainly in his heart and his mind, La'ab, his mind. Well, I'll read it. The vile person will speak villainly in his heart, which is mean his mind, will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. See? All those things, putting you in these different jobs, putting the black woman above so she made more of the money, right? He's going to show you that he's a hypocrite because you're the first ones that's getting fired, right? We told you last hired, first fired, but you didn't believe it because we're black and black women got the most degrees and we got this and we this and we're this and we're this, and you just keep doing all this thing to puff yourself up on a bunch of nothing, right? But now he's gonna practice his hypocrisy, right? Which he does with his laws. And it says he's speaking villainly. Well, you know how you speak mostly? Actions. Actions speak louder than words. By dropping the EBT card, the food stamps, he's showing you by his actions how much he don't like you, right? Yeah, so this is Malachi chapter 2 verse 1 says, woe, which means judgment. Judgment's gonna come to this devil. So you trusted in this man that we told you was gonna lose, right? But instead you said, where's your God? You're in the ghettos, the vadios, the reservations. You still don't got no job. You don't got 6 figures, right? You're not a high value man, right? You're nothing. You're just a bum, right? But these men that you call bums, or these men that you thought that God wasn't with us, man, you're gonna find out shortly, man. The Most High was dealing with us utmost, man, right? You haven't heard that the last shall be first and the first shall be last? Well, you're gonna find out this is not a fairy tale book, man. This is reality. So we're showing you, right? As things goes on, you're seeing, right? It's a woe to them that work, that woe to them that devise iniquity, right? Going back into that, and work evil upon their beds, right? This is their rulership, man. The Esau's at rest. Your man was the one who wasn't at rest, man. It tells you in the scriptures that this is not our rest. It shall pollute you. See, now you're going to find how much it's polluting you. It's going to pollute you, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Indian women, man, right? And the Lord is going to uplift us, man, and put us in a place of rest real soon, right? We just got to ride this out. While Esau's on a spiral down, we're on our way up, man. And when the morning, right, is light, dealing with the Illuminati, right? Because Illuminati or Lucifer, meaning light bearer, right? While they're ruling in their daytime, this is their day. This is the time for them to rule. And it says they practice, right? Going back into what they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And what were they practicing, right? What were they practicing, right? The Lord. Yeah, so this is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long will thou go about, O backsliding daughter, which is talking about the whole nation of Israel, the men and the women, right? And of course our children, ends up growing up, learning Christmas and Mother's Day and all these other pagan holidays, right? Which left us in sin, right? Right? Worshiping other gods. And the Lord said, how long do the Lord has to keep continuous letting nation after nation, put us in captivity, right? And so as punishment, right? The Lord said this: I have for Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And see, he used Esau Edom to go about the psychological warfare, right? To install that into you women, right? Was it Margaret Thatcher telling you women you could commit murder, you could abort your children, right? Create the what is it called, the Section 8 system, saying you don't need your man. Now every woman could just be, well, that's what the scripture said. You should be harlots in the city, right? That's actually a curse, right? Yeah, so this is Amos chapter 7:17. So therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy women shall be an harlot in the city, and that city is Babylon the Great, which is America, right? And the place where they what psyops you, right? Psychological warfare, and made you believe, which is Satan, going back to the Garden of Eden, went to the woman, went to Eve. That's why we call you Eve. You're too simple-minded and stupid to know that the so-called Negro didn't have any goddamn power, let alone oppressing you, right? We couldn't vote or nothing, just like you, right? We were lucky we can get a job. If you could get a job, we couldn't get jobs. I mean, how stupid could you be? But this the thing, and when you got a chance to surpass us and get your education and be on top and shit on us, that's what you did, right? But that's okay. The tables is about to turn. Like I said, you didn't hear about the last shall be first and the first shall be last. But guess what? You also, right along with Esau, was first. So guess what? You are going to be last, right? And now it's your time that, hey, bro, brothers are going to be looking at you women different, man, with scrutiny, right? Right? So, hey, it's gonna be a different game, man. Right? This the time that we told you so. Right? Once again, the world's biggest I told you so, which the ultimate one is when this thing could go completely down. But we showing you that the Most High is the truth and not a lie, man. Right? Thy wife shall be harlots in the city. Thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Right? And what's happening, man? Because so you could be a harlot, so you could be a whore, right? So you could be a thought, right? So you could going all the way back to, was it whistle while you twerk? So you could twerk, so you could shake it like a salt shaker. Going all the way back to Luke, back in the time when Luke was having you shake it, right? Being thoughts all over the place, right? what was it? What was that thing? The Freaknik back in the day. Man, you went, hey, bro. You know? Now you talking, you need a high value man. Hey, man. Hey, but your sons and daughters, while your sons and daughters are falling, dying from gang, drugs, diseases, the police, right? Because you wasn't at home, as the scripture says, being chased and teaching your sons and your daughters how to behave the right way, right? That's the first line of defense, technically, right? You ain't heard Whitney Houston and all them other people singing "The Children Are Our Future," right? But you let them die, man. You let your sons and your daughters die by the sword, right? And thy land shall be divided by line, right? So the places we used to you live, you're hey, didn't they do redlining? Right? When we own places, or didn't they take Europe from us? Didn't they take the what was it called? The was it called gentrification? They take your neighborhoods from you, right? All sorts of things is happening, man. But you couldn't realize that we were in the same struggle together, and thus shall die in a polluted land. See, and that's ultimately what's going to happen to you, man. Right? And you Jakes, right? Not just women, but this right now I'm talking about you women, right? But you hard-headed Jakes, the ones who's in that Queen of Heaven spirit, the black woman is God. You about to find out. let's see if your God can get you out of this, man. Right? Because you're gonna shall die in a polluted land. And this, hey, I just said it before. The Lord said, this is not your rest. It is polluted. It will destroy you. This is that land, America, Babylon the Great. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land, right? So we're not in our land, man. We're not at rest. We're not in rulership. So how dare you come against us, right? Yeah, so Malachi chapter 2, verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, right? And talking to the prophets, man, right? Which the elect lady, right? Because the Lord did raise some elect ladies that's gonna hearken to this, right? You know, someone's gonna be at the last minute, which a lot of you women, though the ones that do be saved, will be at the last minute. Some of you are going to be saved. The Lord's going to show mercy upon you, but hey, you're gonna go through some heavy affliction first, right? And brother's going to look at you with heavy scrutiny and show you, you know what I mean? Hey, man, how far you fell, right? Says, for this is not your rest, right? America, Babylon the Great is not our rest, right? The Lord has a kingdom for us, a rulership for us, right? Because it is polluted. This place will pollute you. See, but you wasn't thinking that. You were getting your degrees. Esau did a new thing by doing psychological warfare, right? A psyops on you, making you think you was, but now he's going to show you that he don't love you. He don't like you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, right? He don't give a damn, right? It's polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And saying you're about to feel that sword destruction, right? Yeah, so this is Malachi chapter 7, verse 10. She that is my enemy, right? You're gonna know what it's like, man. a lot of you women ain't gonna make it, man. She that is my enemy shall see it, right? Now, the Lord's gonna show you that we're the men of the Lord. These ain't just words. You're not reading a Harry Potter book. This is not a what is them what was that lady, Ghetto Boo or whatever, the little ghetto novels, sex novel or whatever it's called, romance novels, right? All those the you know, that BS, the BS of the world. You're gonna find out that this ain't that, man. This is the truth, right? Right? It says she that is thy enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai thy power? Right? So you like, man, where's God? I ain't gonna listen to you. The white man said he can get us the plate right now. I just ain't gotta let you up in there. And then I can have Bobby, Ricky, Tony. You mean? You could become, see, and you black women, and then all you women of the tribes, man. You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, man. You all became the woman at the well, man. All of you had 5 husbands, and the one you with ain't yours, right? You became harlots in the city, man. It says where is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be what? Trodden down as the what? The mire of the street, man. You're gonna, hey, people are they're gonna let you know that you wasn't nothing. And the main one's gonna let you know that is Esau, right? Soon as he see you, he's gonna try to kill you, right? And because you said you didn't need a black man, you might see some brothers, and you're gonna be looking like, ain't nobody gonna help me. No. You said you were strong, you were independent, you could do it all by yourself. And ultimately, a lot of that's going to be the judgment of the Most High. If I step in on your judgment, the Lord might put my ass to death. Right? So I ain't going to have shit to do with your judgment. And that's going to be the best bet for anybody. Ain't going to be no Captain Save-A-Holes in that day, man. Right? Any Captain Save-A-Hole is going to get put to death. He's going to be the mire as the street right along with you. Right?
I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 fucking dollars from $738. How the fuck that's supposed to support a household of 3? For a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Like, inflation is high in the bitch, groceries is high as shit. Oh, I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, I'm mad as shit because how the fuck am I supposed to survive off this shit? So when y'all see me in the motherfucking store stealing stuff and that shit in my motherfucking bed, nicely act like you don't see shit and mind your motherfucking business, because this shit is going in my motherfucking bag and I'm walking out this motherfucking store with my motherfucking chest up and my head held high, and I dare you to try to tell me, hey ma'am, excuse me, because I'm gonna look at you like you fucking retarded if they go talk to Trump about that shit. On my kids, anybody that motherfucking voted for him, girl, fuck you, or him, fuck y'all, because y'all the stupidest motherfuckers I ever seen in my life.
But yeah, let's get back right here. So Isaiah chapter 32. Yeah, he's gonna, and he's working that, using these laws, using these executive orders, right? He's practicing, right? His villainy, right? Practice his hypocrisy, right? You thought he loved you, right? And to utter error, right? Hey, man. And now everything that you're doing, it seemed like it was all for naught. It was error, right? It don't work. It ain't working no more, right? Against Yahweh, see? And you was against Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right along with Esau, Edom, right? To make empty the souls of the hungry. See? And so ultimately, you didn't know that you were a child of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Right? You were supposed to be with your man, but look, now you're going to be hungry. Now she's saying she's ready to fight anybody because she went from $700 to $80. And that's like a slap in the face. It would be better off not to give you any money. From $700 to $80, that's an insult, bro. And he meant that, man. He's speaking, actions speak louder than words. So he's showing you he hates you, right? That's definitely a smack in the face without actually smacking you, right? To make empty the souls of the hungry, right? You're going to be very hungry. And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, right? So you were drinking that Kool-Aid, and now it's starting to fail. All them college degrees, all that madness. You're better than the man. A woman can do what a man can do. Hey, the instruments also of the quarrel are evil, right? See, and so it said that he was working evil upon his bed and his rulership. He could practice it because it's in his power to write laws, right? He got the military. So that those are instruments of cruelty. The guns, the bombs, the drones, right? And then also he can write the stuff in legislation. Hey, devising wicked devices. Come on, man. Come on now. Can't make this up. Hey, see, but we've been showing you precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, showing you that this is the truth. But you know what? You don't want to listen to that. You don't want to listen to actual reason. The Lord said, come, let us reason together. So we're trying to reason with you out of the scriptures, but hey, why do that? Why listen? Right? Devise what? Devise wicked devices to what? Destroy the poor. You just said she had a job that could barely pay for her everyday necessities as is. Then to turn around and give you a smack in the face from $700 to $80 and you got 3 kids. We've been to the store and we bought $200 worth of and that don't buy you much. I paid $300 worth of and it don't buy you much at this point. So $80, oh man. See, but he's showing you with lying words, right? If you ain't black, he's Biden say yay. But they showing you, man, they don't love you, right? With lying words, even when the needy speak right. See, you're saying the right things, right? That's my favorite verse too, right there. Right? Because that's how it goes, man. Even when the needy speak right, man, you're saying this and it makes all the sense in the world. But not to him. They're rich. They don't give a damn. Right? They don't give a damn about your kids. By liberal, but the liberal devises liberal things, right? So this is part of their democracy. That's what they're telling you. And by liberal things shall he stand. See, that's true democracy, right? True capitalism. Yep. So it says, raise up ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Hey, and that, hey, you can't hear? Hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, right? You women, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, give ear unto my speech, right? You know? Matter of fact, let's do that right now real quick. What's the Lord's speech? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. The vision, right, which is according to the scriptures. This is the thing we've been trying to tell you for quite some time. And now it's finally here. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, right? And we're at the end. We're at the end of this thing, man. Right? We're at the end of all things. Right? Esau want to push forth the internet of all things, but this is the end of all things, technically. Right? But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. See? We told you so. We did not lie. Right? Though it tarry, it took some time. It took what the Lord the Lord had the apostles start back in 07 or something. What the apostles say, something about 18 years. So the Lord allowed this to be out on the YouTube, on the internet for about 18 years. So we told you for at least 18 years. At best, really it's more than that. But at best 18 years, we told you so. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Hey, and we're here. We're here. So the Lord, get back right here. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. I'm just started back at the end. Give ear to my speech. See, what's the Lord's speech? We're giving you this prophecy, that vision, right? At the end, it's speaking, man. Speaking loud and clear. Told you. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance, your food stamps, your EBT card, and we've been saying this for years, man. Right? Shall fail. Esau ain't there for you no more. Your gates that was there, your protection, the system, 911, and all that thing, it ain't gonna be there. You're done. Right? Your food stamps, your what is that? Because women can't wait to say, I'm gonna put them on child support. Guess what? They finna take away child support. Even that ain't gonna be there. Because it just said that they seek to, what was it? Destroy the poor. See? The wicked devices to destroy the poor. So what do you think they're trying to do? Right? And the poor actually means the Israelites. Because we're the ones here who are meant to be ruling the world. We're gods. We're meant to be ruling the world. But we're in the ghettos, the vadios, and the reservations. Right? The Lord said he made the world for our sake. But we don't possess it. We're the poor. So they seek to hurt us. But you were too stupid to pay attention. Right? And now what was this? What is this? Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. See? Hey, it's starting. Hey, you had $700 and something to $80. The gathering, hey, it ain't coming now, right? Tremble, ye women, right? You should be afraid. You up there talking. You're still talking proud. I'm going to go to I'm going to stand. Bet nobody say nothing to me. You didn't think to say, hey, I better start praising the Lord. I better start talking to the Most High. I better find me a man of Yahweh Bashim Shai. I better look for an elect man. See, but nobody ever taught you that. You were taught to look for ball players, doctors, lawyers, thugs. Or you could do it all by yourself. And she in that, still in that spirit. I could do bad all by myself. I'm gonna go into the store and bet nobody say nothing, cause I could do bad all by myself and don't bet nobody do nothing. Bet nobody touch me, cause I could do it all. Well, tremble, ye women. That's what you should be doing. That are at ease, you should be trembling, right? Cause that's this prophecy speaking so loud and clear, right? Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, girt sackcloth upon your loins, right? And that's for mourning, for crying, right? This America is dead. This system is dead. Right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which is talking about America, which if you read in Isaiah 3, which I just read, towards at the end, Isaiah 3, the very last verse at the end, it said for you women to sit down. So this is showing how you're in cahoots with Esau, because as Esau fall down and have to sit on the ground, that's the same thing as what's happening to you, right? Come sit on the dust, right? Which symbolizes confusion, right? This is Babylon confused. She's confused from $780 to $80. Yeah, right. I'm baffled, and she's just upset, and she and you know what's more what was worse? To see the confusion, and she didn't even have enough sense to say that she needed to find the Lord or a man of the Lord, or even ask the Lord for help, or what's the name of the Lord so I can actually get help, because we've been crying to God in Jesus or Jehovah in Jesus, and they haven't helped us. Then they try to give us Yahweh and Yeshua, and that didn't help. So something, there got to be a real name, which his real name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Right? That's that power. Right? There's a way out. But she didn't ask for that. So it proves she's in confusion, dust. Right? Come sit in the dust. The confusion of America, your own goddamn confusion. Right? Of Babylon, Babal confusion. Right? The daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, right? Stripping you from your rulership, everything that you ever had. You're crashing. This place is crashing, right? There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, right? So your witchcraft ain't working no more. All these different things, it ain't working, right? It's all coming down. It's crumbling. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thus shall no more be called tender and delicate. Let me just skip down to 5. It says, sit in silence and get thee in darkness, right? Total blackness, total darkness, total confusion, totally not being able to function or anything, right? This place is going to be completely wiped off the map with 200 million missiles. But even before that, as you can see, it's done. It's done. The vintage is failing. The gathering is not coming like you had it before. It was good. Shit was all good just a week ago, right? You smiling, nigga. I don't give fuck. I don't need you, nigga. I got my. Oh my god! I just talked. Yeah, you burnt. She probably just burnt her bridge with somebody. That's why she was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to the store because I burnt my bridges." Yeah, you done burnt your bridges. Right? And to get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, right? That's this place, Babylon the Great, the daughter of the Chaldean, daughter of Babylon. For thus shall no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So America is not going to be the top number 1 place on the planet anymore, and neither are you women. So call Loyum, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakha HaKwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. The apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the 4 winds preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners, a phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, and above all, Kwam Yasharallah.